Hello class, today we're starting a new unit which is on linear equations and quadratic functions. So quadratics, any equation that is to the second power, and linear functions, any equation that's to the first power. But we're going to hold off on talking about quadratic equations for a while. We're going to talk about linear for a little bit. And remember, linear functions, when graphed, they are a straight line. So they look just like this. Their rate of change never changes. Okay? And there are different forms that we can write linear functions in. One of them, which we've talked about before and that we usually do, is y-intercept form. If you remember, y equals mx plus b. But today we're going to talk about slope-intercept form. And slope-intercept form is useful to us when we're given points of a function. So slope-intercept form is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1, where m is our slope, same as in y-intercept form, and x1, y1 is any ordered pair or point on the graph. And m I defined over here for us. We subtract our y values divided by our x values. Remember the change in y divided by change in x. So let's talk about this. Let's go through some examples. Now you may see I already did some examples. Well, I already recorded this whole lesson, but sadly it got erased somehow. So I'm going to have to re-record. Well, I'm re-recording it now, so it's kind of a sad day. Not really. I'm just being melodramatic. But we're going to redo these and make it, I guess, we're going to redo it. So, find the equation in slope-intercept form of the given points. So my first example here, we have 2 points, P and Q. P is 3, 0, and Q is 0, negative 4. So I need to find my slope, my m, which is slope, and I need to find my x1 and y1 because we need our y1, m, and x1. X and y we just leave in there because remember we need that relationship of the variables, the input and the output. So m is this y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1. Now it technically doesn't matter which one you call which. Generally x1, y1 is the point to the left, which in this case would be here. And x2, y2 would be the point to the right, which would be this one, which I'm going to call it that this time. But it doesn't matter which one you call which. And you might be asking yourselves, well, how do I know which one's to the right and which one's to the left? Well, think about what tells us, or what value tells us how far right or left we are. That's our x value. And so the further right we are, or rather the greater the x value, the further right we are on the number line, right? That's how I knew that this point was to the right of this point, because 3 is greater than 0, okay? But like I said, you'll get the same answer for your slope either way, okay? So let's find our slope, y2 minus y1. That's going to be negative 4 minus, well, I guess it doesn't matter. It's going to be 0 minus a negative 4 divided by 3 minus 0. And 0 minus a negative 4 is the same thing as saying plus 4, so it's going to be positive 4 divided by 3. So our slope is 4 over 3. Now, our x1 and y, well, I'm going to show you really quickly that if I did it the other way, we'd get the same answer. Let's say we have negative 4 minus 0 divided by 0 minus 3. Notice I did it backwards this time. Well, we get negative 4 over negative 3. Remember, negative divided by negative is a positive, so we would just get 4 over 3. So now back to our x1 and y1. We just need to pick any point, and we can either pick P or Q. Just be careful. If we pick x say if we pick x2 for this, we need to pick y2. Or say if we pick x1 for this, we need to pick y2. We can't pick x2 and y1, or we can't pick x1 and y2. They need to be from the same point, okay? So I'm going to pick just this one. Our x value is 3. No, well, we already labeled this x1, y1. We'll just go with that. X1 is 0, and y1 is -4. So now let's plug it into this general form. We're going to say y minus y1, so y minus -4 equals our m value, which is 4 over 3, times x minus x1. So x minus 0. And we can go ahead and clean up this double negative here just so it looks nicer. Let's say y plus 4 is equal to 4 over 3 times x minus 0, just like that. So let's go over another example here. And this one is going to be, our p is -2, 5, and our q is 6, -1. So here, again, let's label our x1, y1, x2, y2. This time I'm just going to do it willy-nilly. Just this first one I'm going to do x1, y1. The second one I'm going to call x2, y2. And we need to find our m, our slope, and our x1 and y1. So let's solve for our m. It's going to be y2 minus y1, so -5 minus, or sorry, -1 minus 5 divided by 6 minus -2. So simplifying that up, -1 minus 5 is -6. Divided by 6 minus a -2 is the same thing as saying 6 plus 2, so that's 8. And so we get -6/8. And if you'd like to reduce, you can. It would reduce to -3/4. But you can leave it as -6/8. And then x1, y1, like I said, doesn't matter which one we pick. I'm just going to pick p. So our x is -2. Oh, it's been a long time since you've heard those bells, huh? Anyway, -2, y1 is 5. So now we just plug it into our formula. We have y minus 5 is equal to our slope, so -3/4, times x minus -2, x minus our x1. And again, we can clean up this double negative, so y minus 5 is equal to -3/4 x plus 2. Okay. Let's do another example just to drive the point home here. And let's say now we have p is equal to 4 minus 4, -1, and q is equal to 0, 6. So again, let's just define our x1, x2, y1, x1, y1. So we can just say this is x1, y1, x2, y2. Even though this is to the left of that one, but whatever. So we need to find our m, our x1 and y1. So let's see here. Our m is going to be y2 minus y1, so 6 minus -1 over 0 minus 4. Well, 6 minus -1 is the same thing as 6 plus 1, so we're going to get 7 over -4. Now remember, it doesn't matter if we have a negative on top or bottom, the whole thing is going to be negative. It just looks nicer if you either put it on top or just in front in general, as opposed to having a negative on bottom. So that's why I stuck it up there, okay? And then x1, let's see, x1 is going to be 4, y1 is going to be -1. And now we plug it into our general form, which states y minus y1, so y minus -1, equals m, -7 over 4, times x minus x1, so x minus 4. And again, we have a double negative to clean up, so y plus 1 is equal to negative 7/4 times x minus 4. So that's all I have for y'all today. Let me know if y'all have any questions on the worksheet, and have a good day.